What's up, guys? Dr. Kamea here one more time. So who's ready to watch me get absolutely shredded? So I just got back from my family reunion and it was incredible. Ate too much, had way too much fun, didn't really sleep. These kinds of milestones I like to use as sort of a jump off point to the things that I want in life. And I think it's really important that for me, whenever I'm almost enjoying myself too much, I always have to rethink and go, what might this lead to? Like most things in life, you can actually have too much of a good thing. So I get home, just slept and slept and slept. I have had basically a recovery day. Maybe I'll do tomorrow as well, but I'm full on, I'm ready to go. So if you want to watch the transformation, it's only going to happen in two places. The first is on my IG at Kamea Aloha. Okay, Kamea Aloha. And here on this YouTube channel. And I'm going to put all my content for this cut right here. So let me just recap a few things that I was thinking about during this reunion. Number one, the discussion around how often the family wanted to have it. I'm really excited for the next one, which will be in 2026. But think about that. We're all going to be 2 years older. Like, that's a lot of change. It's a lot of time for change. You know, even in the next 6 months, you guys are going to see a rapid change in my body composition because I'm tracking everything. Again, go check out my IG. A lot of the day-to-day detailed stuff's happening in the stories, and then I'll be posting occasionally. And then when I have more long-form thoughts that I want to share about how things are going, this and that, this is where I'll put it. Kind of announced it on a walk with my wife this morning. And then I get home, I go to pick up packages from the post office. And along the way, my daughters are saying things like, "Hey, Dad, I'm feeling hungry. Hey, Dad, can we get a snack?" And I had to turn around and just say to them, "Look, girls, your words are very powerful." And I'm holding them accountable because that's really all it takes sometimes for a dad to hear from his children. "Hey, Dad, I want this," or "Hey, Dad, can we do this?" And of course, your instinct is to go and give it to them. But this cut requires me to be someone else, right? You mentally have to make a switch to, don't ruin everyone's fun and just play along and just have a good time, to, nah, I'm not even going to allow that to be an option. And as I was driving, I was thinking about how you literally have to change your environment to have success. And especially when you're cutting, you have to create an environment where you have no choice but to succeed. You know, if you can have a home gym, you have no excuse to not go to the gym. If you don't have snacks and chocolates and candies and all kinds of sugar in your house, well, you have no excuse but to not eat those things. To me, it even goes back to the level of words, because your words are powerful. When you tell yourself you're going to do something, and someone else's words come along and creep in and say, "Oh, why don't you just do this with us?" Well, that's how things go wrong. And so you really do have to be careful about the words that are being said. But this isn't just about fitness and cutting and losing weight. It's actually about everything. You know, when you surround yourself with certain voices, those voices will infiltrate your mind, create thoughts, and those thoughts will inevitably lead you to somewhere. And that somewhere may not be where you want to go. So will I be using a trainer? I think eventually I will, but I've also had this thought. I don't believe I should start with one, because I need to almost prepare my mind for that inevitability when I maybe join a show or try to compete in a bodybuilding show. I think you do need a coach to kind of get you through that part. But I'm just right in the beginning, and I have done this before. I kind of deleted all my photos because I don't like looking at the past, of how things used to be. I like kind of staying relatively current with where I'm at so that I can actually be honest with myself and see myself the way that I actually am, not the way I ideally would like to be at all times. Because the truth is, I don't like being super lean because it doesn't feel good to me. I'm a sort of a bigger guy, and I do like being a healthy weight, but I don't want to be shredded all the time. And that's why it took a while for me to get to the point where I was like, okay, I really want to do this. So the coach thing is kind of a big issue for me, because I don't want to waste their time. For example, if I wanted to get a mentor, right, to do business like real estate or something like that, and I just go to them point blank and I'm like, "Hey, could you mentor me in real estate?" they could ask me the question, okay, well, what have you done in real estate? Nothing. Have you read any books? No. Have you worked for a real estate company? No. Have you purchased a house and tried to buy a rental? No. So that's the problem. If you haven't even done anything, how are they going to help you, right? That's more of an issue with motivation, not necessarily knowing what to do. So generally, getting started, I don't really want to coach for that purpose. Like, I'd like to be at a certain point of seriousness before I even approach my coach. And I'm like, hey, can you help me out with this? Or ask anyone for help. I think all things in life require you to show a sufficient amount of seriousness before even qualifying for asking for help. Now, some of you may disagree and say, no, you should ask for help whenever you feel you need it. Yeah, okay, well, go ahead. This is part of why I think a lot of people get rejected, because the serious people don't want to work with the non-serious people. So I'm going to have to get to a certain point where, they really want to work with me and I really need it, right? So that's that. As far as macros go, I'm just using this week to kind of hit my BMR, figure out like where is my body burning calories so that I'm either losing or maintaining the weight. And that's the zone that I'm going to play with. I'm trying to eat as much as possible, whole foods, things like that. I'm trying to minimize the cardio in the beginning. I don't want to be doing like hours and hours of cardio just yet. I know I will have to. I'm doing it more for just, cardiovascular health, things like that. But I don't think I need to like do 2 hours of cardio a day unless I'm like trying to peel down for a show like tomorrow, right? Like if it's coming and I'm far away from my goal, yeah, I should probably hop on the Stairmaster or something. Now, why do this? Well, going back to my experience with my family, I think so much is going to change. And the thing that I get concerned about is, am I going to show up at this next reunion or even next year if I see some of them, the same person, right? With the same amount of money, with the same build, the same physique, with the same mindset, with the same everything. I think change and improving yourself is just what I enjoy. And what I really don't want to do is go back, right? And kind of show up and see them again and not be in a better position, right? It's kind of like how the wealthy always measure their net worth. Like you should always be richer than you were last year. Every month you should be slowly improving your net worth. And I think life is kind of the same way. You really want to keep improving constantly. And so 2 years is to me like a ton of time to get things done. I could be a whole different person in 2 years. So in 6 months, I know I'm physically going to change, but mentally, where am I going to be at? Emotionally, creatively, money-wise. Like, this is exactly why I think I need to take the time to start now and not wait, because just like The Rock says, you're going to either do it now and today is day one, or you will do it someday. And even Jeff Bezos teaches in his company, every day is day one, every day. So I want to be a day one thinker. I want to be constantly in that zone, because honestly, that's where everything in my life has come from. All the good things have come from me constantly being in this relentless pursuit of whatever it is that I wanted. So the last thing, I'm actually going to be documenting a lot of this, showing you guys exactly how it works for me. You do whatever you want, but this is exactly what I'm doing for my body type, my lifestyle. There's all kinds of details that you'll see of why I do things a certain way. May not work for you. That's okay. But if there's something helpful here, follow along. You get to see the transformation. I'll be very transparent about what I'm doing. I'm doing this naturally, by the way. I'm not using any performance enhancing drugs, steroids, things of that nature. I am just going to do it the natural way. Have I considered using steroids? Yeah. I mean, you can't go to the gym and try to compete and not ask yourself those kinds of questions. Like, couldn't I just, grow muscle faster? I think that until I sort of exhaust everything that I have naturally, it's probably not worth it for me to consider it. So, and also being a health professional, like I know the effects that steroids have. There's reasons why I'm not particularly jumping into that world yet. Maybe I will, I don't know. But right now I'm doing this all naturally. So you guys will get to see exactly how that works. And the last thing is, just building a connection long-term with my followers, people that I'm connected to, we're all going to watch something. I think it's quite compelling when people transform before your eyes, and especially when it's not something fast. It takes time. So people can learn, people can expose themselves to a different way of thinking. And that's really what this is all about. So I hope you guys enjoy watching this transformation, watching me get absolutely shredded, peeled, whatever you want to call it. I've been looking forward to this for a while. I've been kind of maintaining my weight, not really going too hard, not really like going all insane, but now I am. And I'm excited to do it. Took me a while to mentally get to that point where I wanted to, but I hope you're there to support. I hope you're there to enjoy watching. And if you guys have feedback for me, just shoot it in the comments. I'm more than willing to learn from anybody who's got some good information for me. The DeFi Dentist is back. I'll also be updating you guys on some of the stuff going on in the crypto world. We're headed into the election. I mean, we're bubbling up here. The bull market is on the way. So you guys have a great day, and we'll talk later. Peace.